Hello friends, in this video tutorial let us see the concept of gauge and indicator reports. So for this let us go to SSDT. Now we have a blank report in which there are no controls, right? So there is no tablix and there is no chart control added to the report. Okay, let us go and see the data set. We are just selecting region and sum of items sold as items sold from total sale table group by region. So if you want to see the result of the query, just go, we can go and see the result. Okay, so this is the result returned by the query. Okay. So now before adding the gauge and indicator reports, let us understand why this kind of reports are used. See, gauge and indicator reports are used as a very high level reports. They tend to indicate for a given value, for a given data value, what kind of value it is, like whether this value, this value should be interpreted from the business point of view. Let's say we have a total sale value. Now whether this total sale value is good or whether this total sale value is bad or whether this total sale value is excellent, right? The end user needs to find out just at the first glance that what is the meaning to be derived out of this total sale value. Now for having such high level indications, gauge and indicator reports are used. So let us go and see a sample report for that. So first of all, let us go and add a table to a report. Okay, and let us go and add total items sold. Let us go and add a region and total items sold. Okay, now let us go and have our header row, some formatting for our header row, right? Let us go and add each column to the right. So now if you look at the report, it right now the report is showing us that for Asia, Europe and North America, the total number of items sold are 10, 19 and 11. But now the user looking at this higher level information will not be able to understand how to judge this data, how to judge whether 10 is a good value or a bad value or an excellent value, right? Whether sale of 19 units is good or bad or excellent, right? The user cannot understand, cannot make that judgment. So in order to assist that judgment, in order to give some way of classifying this data into how to interpret this data, how good or bad this data is. So for that, a higher level indicator or higher level such reports like gauge and indicator are used. So for this, let us go now. Let us in this same report, let us add gauge and indicator controls to help the user make judgment about this data, right? So let us add a gauge and let us add indicator, right? Now let us resize the controls because gauge and indicator are actually going to be some sort of graphs reports, right? Some sort of charts basically. So let us provide proper space to them, right? So I think this much space will be enough. Now let us go and let us do proper alignment, right? Okay, now let us go and provide text box properties. Let us go to border. Let us provide proper black colored borders, right? By default it is showing us light gray, so let us change the border color for all the cells, right? Okay, so now we have added proper borders, right? Now let us go and insert a gauge over here. Okay, and let us take the first kind of gauge. Okay, and let us first let us go and add a insert a indicator over here. Okay, fine. And let us take this type of indicator. Okay, now let us go to gauge panel properties, border, and let us provide proper borders. Let us go to gauge panel properties, borders, let us provide borders. Okay, now right now for the indicator there is no data displayed because we have not given data input to this indicator, right? And over here also it just shows a symbol. There is no meaningful data because we have not provided any data to this gauge control, right? So now let us go and provide some data to this gauge control, right? So first of all, let us say that we want to use item sold value over here, correct? And similarly for indicator also, let us say we want to provide item sold as the value. Okay, now go and select the scale. Okay, right click the scale and say that you want values from 0 to 20 because we know our values. Now if you see the report, see it has started showing some value, right? So basically this is showing as the scale is of 20. Let me make it bigger so that we can understand, right? So this is now 20, correct? So as the scale is 20, it is showing that Europe value is higher and it is somewhere between 18 and 20, so it is 19. Okay, North America it is between 10 and 12, so it is 11, and for Asia it is between 8 and 12, right? So it is 10, correct? So now it has started showing the values also, correct? Now okay, this is proper, right? Now let us, now still meaning cannot be interpreted, right? So let us go and add range, right? And let us go and edit the range properties. Now range values will start from 0 to let's say 7, in which will remain up to 15. Okay, and let us say if the sales are very less, that is between 0 to 7, we will mark it as red. Okay, let us add one more range, and this time let us say we want values from 7 to 14. Let us say if values are between 7 to 14, then we consider it as yellow. Okay, and let us go and add another range. Let us go to its properties. Sorry, let us go to the range properties, and between, if the sale is between 14 to 20, let us mark it as green, correct? Okay, so now this is configured, right? Gauge is configured. Similarly, let us go and configure. We have just provided data values to this indicator, right? But now we need to configure this indicator also, right? So for values and states, see it is taking sum of items sold, that is correct. But then let us say if it is between 0 to 7, then we will show it as red. If it is between 7 to 14, then we will show it as yellow, and if it is between 14 to 20, then we will show it as green. Okay, so let us click OK. One more thing is remaining. Let me go to indicator properties. It is not percentage, it has to be numeric value. Okay, so let us click OK, and now both the controls have been configured, right? That is gauge and indicator controls have been configured. So let us go and preview. Now the user can have a look at the data values for Asia, Europe and North America. The user can have a look at the total sold values, item sold values, and along with these total item sold values, user can also make judgment about the value, data value itself. That is, user can come to know that okay, for the sales for Asia region is yellow, so it is okay sales. For Europe they are excellent, okay, and for For North America also, they are in the yellow state. Okay, so they are okay sales. Similarly, the indicator report also indicates the same thing, that is sales for Asia is yellow, for Europe it is green, so it is good, very good or excellent sales, and for North America it is again yellow, so it is okay sales. So I hope friends this video tutorial on gauge and indicator controls is useful to you. Thank you.